What's up? Happy Friday. This is X-Man 1991 back again with another video. Before I get to the topic of this rant, I got some breaking news. We're already in a brand new year. We're already starting to lose people. Legendary actor, director, and former NFL linebacker Carl Weathers has died yesterday peacefully in his sleep at the age of 76. He just turned 76 last month. Carl Weathers is best known for his role as Apollo Creed in the Rocky movies and the voice of Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. He was also an NFL linebacker for the Oakland Raiders, now known as the Las Vegas Raiders. After he was released from the Raiders, he played for I think it's called the BC Bears or something from the Canadian Football League. Yeah, it's just sad that he passed away peacefully. He passed away yesterday, and this news came out today. So let's go ahead and bow our heads in a moment of silence for Carl Weathers. He's definitely going to be missed. Rest in peace to Carl Weathers. January 14th, 1948 to February 1st, 2024. Thank you. Welcome to Season 4, Part 37 of my Beavis and Butt-head Daria and Celebrity Deathmatch rant. My first Beavis and Butt-head Daria and Celebrity Deathmatch rant of 2024. Part 37 is going to be a recap from Part 36. Part 36, we revealed the top 16 best MTV shows of all time list for MovieWeb. It was actually pretty decent. It was getting good until we got to number 13. I'm still mad that these... Oh wait, it's Black History Month. I'm trying to prevent myself from saying the word nigga too much. But still, I'm still mad that these sons of bitches put Daria too low. They put it at 13. Celebrity Deathmatch was number 9. I'm happy it's in the top 10, but it should have been in the top 3. I'm happy Beavis and Butt-head was in the top 5, but it should have been number 1, even though Daria is my number 1. Well, guess what? In Part 37, we're going to reveal another list of the best MTV shows of all time from ranker.com. And trust me, you're going to like this list better than the other one. And it's going to put a smile on your face when I show y'all which numbers Beavis and Butt-head Daria and Celebrity Deathmatch is in. You're going to like this list better than the other one. It's the top 17 best MTV shows from ranker.com. You'll find out if I would rank these shows high, low, or am I okay in the spot that is in, and which shows would be my top 15 or my top 10, and which shows were missing from the list. So without further ado, let's go ahead and reveal this top 17 best MTV shows of all time from ranker.com. Alright, y'all, I finally found it. This is a list of the 17 shows that proved that 90s MTV was the best, but they do have some shows from the 2000s on this list. And they have shows, this list, they got numbers 1 through 17. I'm not going from top to bottom. I'm going from bottom to top, like I've done on the other lists. So I'll be right back. I'm going to go to number 17, because they start off at number 1. So I'll be right back. Okay, here's number 17, Sucker Free. Yes. Okay, we're off to a good start. Sucker Free's number 17. Sucker Free is by far the most recent entry on the list, but that doesn't make any less awesome. Fueled by public outrage at a lack of music videos on MTV, Sucker Free was born. This show aired 6 days a week and culminated in a 2-hour top 15, which featured rap and hip-hop videos almost exclusively. Okay, we're off to a good start. Sucker Free at 17. All right, I'm cool with that. Was number 16. WWE Tough Enough. I'm not sure if you guys remember this show, but I do. I used to watch this show all the time. Back when WWF/WWE would air on MTV. Well, Sunday Night Heat used to air on MTV. This is one of the most popular professional sports of the 90s was wrestling. MTV and WWE combined focuses in 2001 to create Tough Enough. We all know this was a reality show where they have competitors to compete who will get a WWF/WWE contract. And Maven was one of those competitors. He was the first male Tough Enough winner. He made his WWF debut at the 2002 Royal Rumble where he eliminated The Undertaker. And then The Undertaker just beat the holy hell out of Maven. Why, Undertaker? Because Maven eliminated you? But we will never forget that moment. So I'm okay with WWE Tough Enough being at 16. Not too bad. Let's get to the top 15. Diary, number 15. Okay, we all know this show. It follows celebrities around for a day and gave viewers a glimpse into the everyday lives of stars like Jay-Z, Beyonce, Marilyn Manson, and recent birthday boy Justin Timberlake. The show lasted from 1999 to 2014. That's nice. So yeah, I'll accept Diary being in the number 15. Let's go to 14. Clone High, number 14. Oh, they got Clone High on the list. That's good. I'm okay where it's at. Number 14. Clone High was an animated adult TV series created by Phil Lord and Christopher Miller before they wrote Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, the Lego Movie, and the Jump Street films. It ran for one season in 2003. The show follows teenage clone versions of Abe Lincoln, John F. Kennedy, Cleopatra Joan of Arc, and Gandhi as they traverse the nightmares of high school. It also features a slew of guest celebrity voice actors and a killer soundtrack. But I heard that Clone High just got revived. It ran for one season on MTV, and I believe they revived it. Yeah, they revived the show. It's on Max, formerly known as HBO Max. And the show is in its third season right now. So I'm glad that they brought this show back. The third season just premiered yesterday. It's good to see that Clone High is back. So I'm okay where it's at, number 14. It's nice to see that Clone High is on here. Hell yeah. Let's go to 13. The Jon Stewart Show at number 13. This was before he hosted The Daily Show on Comedy Central. He had his own talk show on MTV that lasted for two seasons between 1993 and 1995. He interviewed some guests like ODB and Marilyn Manson and Howard Stern. That's good, the Jon Stewart Show. I didn't expect this show to be on this list. All right, that's cool. So far, I haven't got mad at this list yet, but we don't know. Let's go to number 12. The Tom Green Show. Yep, this is the Tom Green Show. It's not the Green Tom Show. This is my favorite show because it is my show. It's the Tom Green Show. Honestly, the Tom Green Show should be in the top 10. Number 12, that's too damn low. I'm happy it made the list, but it should be in the top 10. The 90s were a weird time. For some reason, everyone thought that Tom Green was so funny that he had his own show for 3 seasons. Although the show will be 30 years old this year, the Tom Green Show featured sketches, stunts, and songs like the Bum Bum song, which was an instant #1 hit on TRL. Unfortunately, the show was canceled when Tom was diagnosed with testicular cancer. Yeah, the show premiered in 1994, but it didn't premiere on MTV until 1999. But like I said, the Tom Green Show, I'm happy it's on this list, but it should be in the top 10. Let me see. The show premiered in September of 1994. It didn't start airing on MTV until January of 1999. Yep, the show was canceled due to Tom Green being diagnosed with testicular cancer. But it was briefly revived in 2003 as The New Tom Green Show. It was more like a late night talk show. Well, guess what? I'm glad Tom Green is still alive. He did survive that testicular cancer. It's good to see the Tom Green Show on here, but it should be in the top 10. Let's go to number 11. Number 11 should be in the top 5. I'm happy it's on the list, but it should be in the top 5. Number 11. Yo MTV Raps. Yes. I'm happy this show made the list, but it should be in the top 5. Yo MTV Raps was the first hip hop and rap program featured on MTV. It premiered in 1988 and ran until 1995. This was the place to get your hip hop fix in the 90s with rap videos, interviews, and even live studio performances. This was hosted by Ed Lover, Dr. Dre, and Fab Five Freddy. That's good. Yo MTV Raps is on here. That's good, but it should be higher than number 11. It should be in the top 5. So now we got to see what's over Yo MTV Raps and the Tom Green Show and what shows are in the top 10. Let's see. What's number 10? Road Rules. Good. Okay. I can't get mad at that. But even though Road Rules will be number 11 in my list, my list would be number 11. I can already tell you got the damn Real World higher than Road Rules. But anyway, let's read about Road Rules. Road Rules was MTV's second reality TV program and was created as a sister show to The Real World, which debuted a year early in 1994. Road Rules crammed a bunch of people into an RV and watched the madness ensue as they traveled the country together. Back in the 90s, Road Rules was a fascinating social experiment. Unfortunately, it created a bunch of contest-style spin-offs in the years that followed. All right. Good to see Road Rules on here, but I'll put it in number 11. Let's go to number 9. Headbangers Ball, number 9. Headbangers Ball was MTV's metal haven. It premiered in 1987 and aired heavy metal and hard rock music videos from both popular and obscure artists. Headbangers Ball reigned supreme until 1995, where alternative rock, grunge, and rap video music blew up. Thanks a lot, Limp Bizkit. That's good that Headbangers Ball is on here. I can see it in the top 10. I can't get mad at that. Number 8. Yes, Aeon Flux. Honestly, Aeon Flux should be in the top 5, but I'm happy it's in the top 10. Aeon Flux is a sexy, leather-loving assassin with a knack for acrobat. acrobatics. This show is set in an eerie future world with the creator Peter Chung described as academic. Chung said in an interview. I was interested in experimenting with visual narrative, telling a story without dialogue, and also trying to create a style of telling a story with animation that wasn't influenced by the usual kinds of things that you see. Aeon Flux ran for 3 seasons from 1991 to 1995, and then 10 years after the show ended, it came out with a live action movie. That's good. Aeon Flux is on this list. But in my list, I put it at number 4. It's nice to see it on here. Lucky number 7. MTV's Love Line. Cool. I haven't seen this show in years. I'm glad it's on this list. This was a radio call-in show hosted by Dr. Drew Pinsky and Adam Carolla, before Adam Carolla hosted The Man Show on Comedy Central with Jimmy Kimmel. It's been running since 1983, and it didn't premiere on MTV until 1996. MTV created a TV version that featured a slew of sexy female co-hosts, like the infamous Carmen Electra. This saucy late night show was the perfect blend of right and wrong. That is good that they have MTV's Love Line on this list. That's nice. Number 6. See, I told y'all they was going to put The Real World over Road Rules. And I knew The Real World was going to be in the top 10. I knew it. The Real World was MTV's first reality show. Yep. It premiered in 1992 and is MTV's longest running program. Back in the 90s, it was a socially charged program that pushed the boundaries on topics like sex, race, and religion. Early cast members discussed things like AIDS, politics, and substance abuse. That's not to see that The Real World's on here, but honestly, I would put it in my top 15, not in my top 10. I would put Road Rules over The Real World. Now it's time for the top 5. TRL. Okay, cool. Totally Crest Live. Honestly, I would have put Yo MTV Raps at number 5, but okay. That's nice that that TRL is on here. Of course, TRL made its debut in 1998, and it featured pop artists like NSYNC, the Backstreet Boys, Britney Spears, Christina Aguilera. Every high schooler on the planet rushed home to catch the top 10 videos of the day. Yep, sure did. Which included many different genres like pop, hip hop, rock, and whatever the hell Tom Green does. Yep. That's good. TRL's on here, but honestly, this would be in my top 10 or my top 15. I wouldn't put it so high. I would put Yo MTV Raps at number 5. Let's go to number 4. Jackass, number 4. Good. I thought Jackass was going to be number 1 again. Hi, I'm Johnny Knoxville, and welcome to Jackass. Those words are iconic to the MTV generation. Although the series only ran for 2 seasons, Johnny Knoxville, Bam Margera, R.I.P. Ryan Dunn, and Steve-O racked up dozens of injuries and stirred up plenty of controversy. Jackass was so awesome, it spawned 3 TV spin-offs 8 feature films, and a video game. Yep. Jackass is definitely one of my favorites, but I wouldn't put it so high. Honestly, I would put Aeon Flux at number 4. I'll put Jackass at number 8. So I would definitely switch Jackass with Aeon Flux. Now, are you ready to find out which MTV shows are in the top 3? It's going to put a smile on your face when I show y'all which MTV shows are in the top 3. Let's go to number 3. Yes! Celebrity Deathmatch is number 3. Good. Finally, they put Celebrity Deathmatch in the top 3 on one of these lists. For some reason, claymation became cool again in the early 2000s, and Celebrity Deathmatch used the medium to portray pop culture icons killing each other. The show ran for 4 seasons and was rebooted in 2006 for another 2. Celebrity Deathmatch was hosted by the fictional Johnny Gomez and his lovable but dumb co-host Nick Diamond. It premiered as an animated short. Yeah, it featured 2 pilot episodes that aired on New Year's Day and January 25th of 1998 before the show premiered on May 14th. Celebrity Deathmatch had amazing matches like Ice Cube versus Ice-T, NSYNC versus Backstreet Boys, Beavis versus Butt-head, Adam Sandler versus Chris Rock, Vince McMahon versus Stone Cold Steve Austin, Jenny McCarthy versus Carmen Electra, Sammy Sosa versus Mark McGuire, Iron Mike versus Evander Holyfield. Was it Woody Harrelson versus Leonardo DiCaprio? Even the revival had good matches like The Rock versus Chris Rock, Bow Wow versus Romeo, Lil Wayne versus Lil Flip, Paris Hilton versus Nicole Richie, K-Fed versus Justin Timberlake, Gwen Stefani versus Missy Elliott, Shaq versus Kobe, The Game versus 50. It had a bunch of great Celebrity Deathmatch matches. Celebrity Deathmatch is streaming on Paramount Plus, but just seasons 5 and 6. I wish they would add seasons 1 through 4. Good Celebrity Deathmatch deserves to be in the top 3. It's definitely my number 3. Let's get to number 2. It's got to be either Daria or Beavis and Butt-head. Let's see. Yep. Beavis and Butt-head is number 2. I definitely accept this. Beavis and Butt-head is definitely my number 2. Mike Judge's iconic duo Beavis and Butt-head sparked the craze for adult cartoons. Featured 2 socially incompetent, heavy metal loving teenage. Beavis and Butt-head became the ultimate stoner and slacker comedy. The duo routinely got into juvenile hijinks and were both voiced by Mike Judge. The show ran for 7 seasons from 1993 to 1997. Then it ran for 8 seasons in 2011. As of now, the show was streaming on Paramount Plus since season 9. Season 9 premiered from August to October of 2022, and season 10 ran from last April to last June. Good. Beavis and Butt-head is definitely my number 2 in my list. Definitely number 2. Before we get to number 1, which MTV show would you put as your number 1 best MTV show? You already know my number 1 will be Daria. So let's see what is number 1. Number 1 better be Daria. Daria is number 1. Daria is the Slacksivist champion. She hates everything and everyone and slashes her way through the world with a sharp tongue and a thick layer of sarcasm. She has real problems that are relatable. Her sister is annoying, she has a crush on her best friend's brother, and high school sucks. It's a sick, sad world, but watching Daria makes it a little more tolerable. Daria ran for 5 seasons and had 2 TV movies from 1997 to 2002. Yes, congrats to Daria being the #1 best MTV show on this list. This would definitely be my #1. And this list got the right shows in the top 3. But congrats to Daria being #1. And that's it for the list. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. That was the top 17 best MTV shows of all time list by ranker.com. I'm thoroughly impressed with this list. This was a good ass list. Much better than MovieWeb's top 16 best MTV shows list. And ranker.com, I agree with the shows that you put in the top 3. They put Celebrity Deathmatch #3, Beavis and Butt-head #2, and Daria #1. Yes. And I agree with you putting Daria as #1. It should be #1. Or Celebrity Deathmatch could be #1. Or Beavis and Butt-head could be #1. But you did the right thing with this list. This list damn sure gets a 10 out of 10. Easily. My top 15 would be The Real World, 15, TRL, 14, MTV Unplugged, 13, Tough Enough could be my #12, Road Rules, 11, Top 10, MTV's Love Line could be my #10, Diary could be my #9, Jackass #8, #7, let me see what's my #7. Let me go back. TRL could be my #15. Sniffle and Ollie, 14. Whether these shows are on the list or not, this is my top 15. 15, TRL. 14, Sniffle and Ollie. 13, Punked. 12, Pimp My Ride, Road Rules. 11, Tom Green Show. 10, Doggy Fizzle Television. 9, Jackass. 8, Undergrad. 7, Liquid Television. 6, Yo MTV Raps. 5, Aeon Flux. 4, Celebrity Deathmatch. 3, Beavis and Butt-head. 2, and Daria #1. The shows that were missing were Pimp My Ride once again, Sniffle and Ollie once again, Singled Out once again, Lip Service once again, MTV Jams was missing again, True Life was missing, The Challenge was missing, Nick Cannon's Wildin' Out was missing once again, and Wild Boys. The Annie Milonakis Show was missing. The list goes on of all the MTV shows that were missing, but the list still gets a 10 out of 10. You know why? Because they put Beavis and Butt-head, Daria, and Celebrity Deathmatch in the top 3. I agree with you putting those shows in the top 3, and you put the shows in the right order that should be in the top 3. Thank you, Ranker.com, for coming up with this amazing list. This list gets a 10 out of 10. That wraps up Season 4, Part 37 of my Beavis and Butt-head, Daria, and Celebrity Deathmatch rant. If you're new here, hit subscribe, hit that notification bell for my next Beavis and Butt-head, Daria, and Celebrity Deathmatch rant. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up, leave your comment down below. We're going to do a quick gameplay celebrating 30 years of Sonic the Hedgehog. So I'll be back with that rant. Part 38 of my Beavis and Butt-head, Daria, and Celebrity Deathmatch rant coming soon.